The path to financial freedom isn't nearly as far as many Americans believe these days. The economic platform has simply shifted, and those that understand how technology has changed the purchasing habits of consumers can make incredible amounts of money in short periods of time. This change in purchasing has caused many organizations without the necessary foresight to close their doors permanently, while others who saw the writing on the wall are flourishing. My experience outlines this consumer change, and if you stick around for the next 10 minutes, you'll learn how easily you too can adjust to the altered retail dynamic, generating substantial income and eliminating reliance on the turbulent corporate marketplace. This is my story. From the moment I graduated high school, I knew that a 9-to-5 career wasn't for me. Yet I found myself heading down that road nonetheless. I wasn't lured by the potential to sit in a cubicle for hours on end, but instead the stability that is afforded through a steady paycheck. I attended college, only to learn that the job market wasn't what it used to be, and my job prospects were far below my qualifications. The years of laboring through classes and scraping by financially did not quite pay off the way I believed it would. Eventually, I got lucky and landed a solid position with a reputable financial firm. Things were great for the first year, but the inevitable came when our CEO called a company-wide meeting to announce the layoffs that were coming. I knew that something needed to change when I saw the faces of my colleagues. How could a firm with so much clout be downsizing? Does this sound familiar? Hi, my name is Michael Fitzpatrick, and I was able to break free from the 9-to-5 grind and perpetual cycle of hires and layoffs that has been the ire of many educated professionals. After all, downsizing and a volatile global economy have continued to eliminate millions of job openings in the professional sector, causing many to find new ways of generating income. Just when it seemed that the economy was turning around, the employment market took another hit in 2008. This hit was especially tough on retailers, but most middle-class professionals took the brunt of the economic slide. Though I survived the 2008 plunge, it wasn't long before my position, like so many before it, was downsized as well. While I believe that the desire to find financial freedom is innate in all of us, I began wondering if it was nothing more than a pipe dream in the modern world. My experience has shown that it isn't, and I've been enjoying the freedoms that only independently generated wealth can provide. When I was laid off late in 2009, I had $300 in a savings account and a massive mortgage bill. I realized that e-commerce was bursting at the seams, but simply couldn't find a way to get involved. After all, I didn't have a product or a brand and knew little about running a business. But I also knew that there were several people making incredible amounts of money by simply providing the gateway to purchases that consumers were making online. I began exploring the possibilities. I watched videos, tutorials, and read articles regarding the gravitation toward the internet. Seemingly everyone was making the change. Lawyers, doctors, even my paper boy seemed to be facilitating sales through an online interface. There had to be a way for me to enter this niche. I threw caution to the wind, used the last of my savings, and figured that it was worth a shot. What was my alternative? Sitting around doing nothing for the next 5 years? Hope for another job opening that would likely be downsized within the year? It was time to make a change. I wasn't about to let a corporate layoff eliminate my chance at a phenomenal life. What is perplexing, though, is that most who attempt to produce income on their own make things far too difficult on themselves. Sure, there are advanced ways of creating corporations and expanding on a global scale, but what if you just want to make great money without all the stress of corporate management? The answer to this question may surprise you. But I digress. In my first month, I made $1,651. I saw the potential, and the more I read, the more I realized that I was only scratching the surface. In the second month, my income jumped to just over $5,000, and before I knew it, I was making more than $20,000 per month. What you need to ask yourself right now is whether or not you want to change. Have the details of the housing crisis enraged you? Do you deserve something better? In the next few minutes, I'm going to share some information with you that can change the course of your life, opening the door to a lifestyle that many can only dream of, and ensure that your income and developing wealth will never experience the downsizing that has claimed the livelihoods of so many. Did you know that in 2012, e-commerce sales are expected to top $200 billion in the United States alone? And with retailers working harder than ever to draw consumer attention, they are willing to share this revenue with those that help to drive their sales traffic. This opportunity is born of the changes that we've witnessed in the retail world. More consumers are turning to the online purchasing platforms than ever before, only increasing the revenue potential for those involved in the e-commerce industry. By establishing yourself via the tutorials and tips included in my affiliate marketing program, you'll be able to make incredible amounts of money with only a few hours of maintenance each week. Bear this in mind. This isn't your average income generating program. Articles can be found across the globe outlining the expansion of internet retail outlets. Additionally, a quick visit to government census and business sites will quickly prove that the e-commerce trends that we are touting are very real. What you must ask yourself is, do you want to capitalize on it? Pushing web traffic is the key concept in the successful revenue design. And with my help, you'll be able to drive this traffic more than anyone else on the internet, ensuring that you are establishing profitable relationships with the strongest online retailers and receiving the highest sales percentages possible. The information included in my e-commerce affiliate business plan will guide you through all of the steps associated with traffic generation, including social networking strategies, the trends of consumer purchasing decisions, and more. My friends ask me this all the time. Mike, why are you sharing this information? Aren't you creating more competition for yourself in the long run? My answer is simple. I laugh and remind them that the e-commerce industry compounds upon itself, and the expansion of the platform as a whole only drives more consumer traffic. In essence, I'm helping myself by helping you. For only $47, you can access every bit of information that I employed to make my dreams a reality. It's very easy to say, well, maybe tomorrow or the day after, but those days turn into weeks, and the weeks into months. Before you know it, years have passed you by, as did this opportunity. I'm not one to lobby for the absence of education in anyone's life, but after spending tens of thousands of dollars on a degree and realizing that none of what I learned involved actually making money, it's important to know that they are not one and the same. Invest in your future. After all, for less than $50, you can learn everything necessary to develop incredible earning power. And the best part, you'll no longer need to rely on corporate America to do it. Take the step toward a brighter future. Get out of the grind and into the lavish lifestyle that you've always dreamed of. Order my package and never worry about downsizing again.